Thank you, Taylor Bates, for recording. And hello, everyone. So glad to have you all here today on a Friday. I just was sharing before many of you joined. I don't know if we've ever hosted on a Friday. So thank you for being with us on a Friday as we head into the weekend. You've seen a lot of our team join here on the call. We have our director, Marla. Good morning, Marla. How are you?
Great. Thank you so much for being here today. Welcome, everyone.
And our employer relations team, we have Taylor Bates, and then Taylor Flewelling and Penny. Thanks for being here. Members of our coaching team are also here today. I saw Pam, Paul, Jacob. I'm sure Kristen's on here. They've all been busy wrapping up the semester with student needs and getting peer coaches hired for fall semester. So it's been a busy couple of weeks, as I'm sure you've all had. Well, as always, appreciate your time being here with us today, your participation and energy over the next hour. As noted, we are recording today's meeting and will, of course, send a link post-meeting for all the information that we go over today. On Tuesday, April 4th, next week, we will send a newsletter with registration links for all of our fall engagements, updated resume books, a link from today's Connect, and some other updates as well. So be on the lookout for your email next Tuesday with the wrap up from today. So for our agenda, we will start today, first of all, with a thanks for the many ways that you have shown support to our students and the MSU community in the past month. We will also take time to highlight our remaining spring recruiting events, some employer resources while you continue to interview and hire our Spartans. And then, of course, we'll get into the fall recruiting opportunities and end with some polls. Are there any questions before we begin today? Always feel free to raise your hand, pop anything in the chat. Taylor Flewelling will be monitoring the chat today, so feel free. Okay. Well, then great. Well, then, as I mentioned, I know everyone on this team and across campus has been flooded with words and kindness and acts of support in the past few weeks. And we're all just so grateful for your thoughts and the ways that you've continued to support our students. It's still day by day here on campus, but we're so proud of the way our students are doing. You know, they're doing their best and utilizing the resources that they need on campus as we continue to honor those lives lost and our victims who are still recovering. Thank you for all of your support. Truly, it's meant a lot. And many of you are continuing to show grace to our students with interactions, whether that be, you know, rescheduling interviews or maybe changing the modality. We're really very grateful for the way that you've shown kindness to our students. So on the screen here, just a few of the ways that we continue to show support to our students, and Taylor can put some further information in the chat. But please know that students have a credit, no credit option this semester. So, you know, while we continue in the coming years with a few of these students, you may see differences, you know, in GPA or like what this means. So we can continue to provide education on what the credit, no credit option means. Happy to answer any questions. While many of you will have Spartans on your team this summer, please feel free to offer any EAP resources. It's as you do for any new team member when you onboard them. Please make sure they're aware of those. And we've also included a link for how we continue to support our team and students on campus as well. And then with our next slide, as many of you have had questions on ways to support the Spartan Strong Fund, Taylor can also put these links in the chat, but please note that all money raised from these purchases goes toward the Spartan Fund to support our victim survivors and their families. I know that the Spartan Spirit Shop, I can't tell you the number of orders that they got, but I know that they've been very busy getting everything packaged and organized for those that have ordered. So please provide your patience if you've ordered through Spartan Spirit Shop. With these links, you are more than welcome to support in that way. We've also had some companies send us snacks. We've been providing snacks in the hallway for our students. Seems like a small thing, but it's a really big thing for our students. We have a variety of snacks and water to help keep them focused and hydrated as we finish up the semester. So you're welcome to contribute in a way such as simple as that. Are there any questions or comments before we proceed into our spring recruiting? Or anyone else from our team? I know they extend the greatest thanks as well. Okay. Well, great. On to our spring recruiting events. We have a few events left this semester with ways to engage. We have our virtual just-in-time career fair on April 5th. Spots are still available. Mary, you're welcome to reach out to Mary in the CSN if you have any questions on that. On April 11th, we have an in-person marketing speed networking event, and that'll be here in our building in the Minskoff Pavilion. So still spots available for that. And then new this semester, we are hosting an event outdoors, which is really exciting. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and we're calling that our in-person undergraduate career spectacular. That'll be on Tuesday, April 18th. And this event is targeted toward engagement with freshman, first years, and sophomore students. So this will be held just behind the Sparty statue, right by Spartan Stadium on Dem Field. So there are still spots available to register for this event, and we hope to see you here. We're really working to get, of course, our student organizations to participate. Mary's been working hard on that. Thanks, Mary. So this is a wonderful time to identify early talent ahead of your fall recruiting. Wonderful time to build your pipeline and meet some fantastic students. We are, telling them, come as you are, just show up. We just would love to have you. So we appreciate your engagement with those students. Also for fall, as we've noted here on the slide, we have an educational opportunity to connect with global industry leaders to discuss pressing issues across the supply chain industry. So that'll be held on April 12th in Detroit at the Motor City Casino and Resort. If you do have questions on that event, you can email alumni@broad.msu.edu. But Dean Whipple will be there, so there'll for sure be wonderful conversation and content to be had. Any questions on spring recruiting? Yeah, a few more items before the semester's left, so we hope to have you on campus. Okay. Next slide here. I should have had a drum roll, but we have a STEM designation. We are so excited now possible for our international MBA and MSMR students. Excited about this designation as our college has been working very hard to make this a possibility, and we're excited to share with you. Taylor can add some information about the STEM program into the chat. And as noted here, the STEM designation already had existed for MSA, our accounting masters, and then MSF, the finance masters, as well as MSBDSA, and that's the business data science analytics program as well. So holders of student visa with STEM designation can work on their student visa for up to 3 years and have multiple chances to be selected for the annual H-1B lottery. And I'm also happy to call on our Senior Associate Director, Jacob Winston Gallant, and he can share a few words on the program as well.
Yeah, thanks, Christina. Thanks. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Yeah, we couldn't be more excited about the designation, multiple years coming. So really appreciative of everybody's work to get there. So I think it provides a specific curriculum for our international students that has a lot of rigor and will be beneficial for folks coming out of the program with just a high set of very relevant business acumen and skills to help organizations. I think the key nuance here is that we are in the process of folks, first year MBAs, as we adapt to the new curriculum, selecting their coursework, and if they are going to be going with the STEM curriculum or the non-STEM curriculum. And as those are decided, their resumes will be continually updated. So our resume books will be reflecting those new students that are adopting the STEM curriculum, and that will wave in through over the next couple of weeks. So, but couldn't be more excited, and thank you for the opportunity, Christina.
Yeah. Thank you, Jacob. And of course, you can always reach out to any of us on the employer relations team or within the MBA office to ask any questions about this new designation. And Jacob had mentioned our resume book, so that's a good transition into the next slide here. Again, following this meeting next Tuesday, we will have an updated link for our resume books. And these will be numbers of the Broad students seeking opportunities. And again, we will have a STEM MBA resume also available in that Dropbox link as well. All right, next slide. So as mentioned, as you continue to engage with our Spartans over the coming weeks with interviews and offers, we just wanted to take a moment to review employer guidelines. So we will go over, and Taylor will again put these in the chat, but we will go over offer deadlines, renege guidelines, and internship expectation guidelines. So as noted here, of course, you know, all offers to be in writing, and then allowing at least 3 weeks for our students to make an informed decision. But of course, if any requests come through, that's certainly up to your communication with the students and how you'd like to handle that. And then moving on to our renege guidelines. Of course, never a pleasant situation for any of us to be involved in, but please know that these conversations are taken very seriously with our students. And you bringing these situations to us help us spot any potential trends and challenges. In discussion and education with our students, we highlight potential sanctions, which include revoking of handshake privileges. And as mentioned during our last roundtable, starting this past fall, leaders in our office teach the Business 100 course, which consists of first year and sophomore students. And they spend the entire class on recruiting and ethical practices, and talking about reneges is a core part of that curriculum. So please continue to keep us informed if you have any situations, and we're happy to work through that together.
Hi, Christina. I think we have a question in the chat. Could we address
sure.
that?
Please.
Shane Robitel, sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, has a question about offers. So feel free to unmute yourself.
Yeah, thank you. Just a quick question. So
Please.
Typically we'll do a verbal offer first, just to see if they're interested, and if they are, then we follow up with a formal offer. So is that protocol meeting your standards, or are you expecting?
Yes.
Okay, all right, yeah, because we typically don't want to do the extra work if there's no interest whatsoever, you know, so usually works okay. All right.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I understand that. Yes, thank you for asking.
Yep.
Shane, the reason we have that is because we've had employers in the past give verbals and students are waiting for the written. And
geez,
so,
okay.
you know, that's why we specify absolutely we need written to follow up.
Sense. Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Right, on our next slide, this is a new guideline to highlight. Again, Taylor has information in the chat, but this is internship guidelines, expectations, excuse me. So should you have Spartans within your organizations this summer, there's a few policies just to be aware of that are noted here. Any other questions on guidelines or expectations before we move into our fall events? No, okay. Well, then, my gosh, another drum roll. Fall 2023. Excited to be talking about this with all of you today. And you can see all the detail listed here on the screen, and I will highlight a few things, but with success from this past fall and supportive feedback from our employers and students, we are moving forward again with a targeted in-person career fair engagement each week by major. So you may remember that from this past fall. So we plan to continue to do that same model for fall 23. The only difference you may notice here is you may recall this past fall, each week when we highlighted, accounting or marketing, we had multiple things within that week, including a mixer, an in-person fair, and a virtual fair. So while we look to do each week having a mixer, a more casual mixer, and then a more formal in-person career fair, we do not plan to have the virtual career fair within that week. Instead, we plan to host just one virtual all majors fair later in October. We'll also look to host a networking mixer to support our first gen students. I know many of you enjoyed that virtual connect that we had last fall. That was the first year that we did it. So we plan to partner with our career services network partners for this upcoming fall for that event. So excited to see your registration for that. And also in the coming weeks, we'll look to share more detail on our global recruiting events. And then also new this fall alongside our multicultural business program partners. You all know Ed Tillett. We plan to host the Broad College Champions of Diversity and Unity Week, excuse me. So that'll be really exciting to have that coming up. We have some week long of events to nurture our students' development, and then also opportunities for you to engage with a diverse mix of our students. And then, of course, we'll also look to have some more of those casual mixers that you all love participating in and that our students continue to ask for as well. So we will partner with our Broad student organizations to host mixers. And then these will be, again, more casual connects leading up to the fairs. So a nice opportunity to meet them in a little more casual setting, and then later in the week have a chance to meet them more formally at the career fair. So again, all of these links will be available next Tuesday, April 4th, but we are happy to share that pricing will remain the same as it did in fall 2022. So no increases as far as pricing goes, and we will continue to have some sponsorship opportunities available as well. Any questions about our fall events? You can start to mark your calendar and map out how you plan to engage. Oh, there's a question. Will the mixers be coordinated? Yes, the mixers will be coordinated through Handshake. Hi, Nick. Thanks for asking. Oftentimes when some student orgs have hosted events on their own without Palmer's assistance, they go outside of Handshake. But for those student orgs that we are coordinating alongside, everything will be in Handshake. Thanks for asking. Any other questions about fall? Okay. And most of these larger fairs will be at Spartan Stadium and then at Breslin. So you are all familiar with those locations. Our next slide here on our Palmer partnership. A lot of you have reached out over the past few weeks how you can get more involved with the Palmer partnership, and happy to explore those avenues with you. But our partnership allows for increased networking, high visibility, and also savings. So if you're looking to participate in multiple fairs or engagements this year, this might be a nice option to share, get some value within your budget. So from career fair discounts to social media highlights and exclusive interaction, it's our goal to help support to strengthen your brand on campus. So you could always connect with me to learn more about that. But again, we'll have more information in our newsletter next week. And then our strategic recruiting connects, you all know Taylor Llewellyn and Penny Vandekar very well. Excuse me. They will be available in the coming weeks and months to help you plan your fall schedule to maximize your ROI when you're here on campus. They can help you reserve our interview suites, schedule tabling sessions or presentations in our business college hallway. They can get you on our distribution list, our resume books. There's really not much they can't do. And if they can't, they'll find you the answer. I do know that. So we can put their contact information along with their industries in the chat, and feel free to reach out to them while you're looking to plan your fall events. And they can speak to any hiring goals you have toward undergraduate, MBA, or specialty master's students. So the one-stop shop, the two of them are. Any questions about fall engagement or who to reach out to? No? Yeah, we're scooting along today. We're about to enter into the polls. So any questions now, knowing that we're going to be wrapping up shortly ahead of our polls? No? Okay. Well, great. Then we can kick off our first poll here. I'm starting with a question regarding your summer hiring landscape. And with this poll, if you're, hiring for summer, is it because your business is still growing? Or maybe you have filled all of your spots. That's also possible. Are those coming through, Taylor Bates?
Oh, looks like they are starting to.
Okay. Few more moments there.
Looks like we have about half of the answers, Christina.
Okay. Well, we'll just give one more moment. Okay. Okay. So can you all see the results, or is that just on my screen?
I can see it.
Oh, you can't. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for sharing. Glad to see many of you have filled your spots for the summer. That's great news. And for those that may still be looking, again, we will share those resume books so you can have a look at our students that are seeking internship positions. And then for our next poll, this is regarding hiring for, again, have your internship plans change based on economy and potential for recession? So this next question is specific for internship hiring.
Hi, just really quick, it seems like all the questions are coming at the same time.
Oh,
So the first poll, I think everybody did all 5 of the questions, with the first
I'm
poll.
sorry. Okay, well then, thank you for letting us know.
Yeah, no
So
problem.
then everyone go ahead and there's the 5 questions, so you can go ahead and fill all those out, but if anyone needs a few moments to finish all 5 questions, we'll do that. And then question 3 was the same as question 2, but regarding full-time hiring plans. Question 4 is asking the recruiting landscape for 23. Please select all that apply if there's any restrictions and the type of engagement you would like to have. And then our last poll question was around future roundtables. Again, any topics you would like to see the Palmer team cover. All right. Give another moment for those of you to finish all the poll questions. Thank you. All right. Well, as we head into a wrap up, I welcome anyone from the Palmer team or our partners at Career Services Network. If you'd like to unmute and share any updates, you are more than welcome to at this time.
Hi, everybody. This is Penny Vandekar. I'm one of the 2 recruiting managers, and I put my industries in the chat and my email address. So if you're wanting to schedule a call this summer to discuss your strategic plans and to see what types of things are available for you to do on campus or virtual, I'd be happy to schedule with you.
Thanks, Penny. Okay.
I have a. Sorry,
Yes, Dwight, go ahead.
Yeah. Not really a question, but just wanted to say thank you guys so much for all the help this school year. I know this is Dwight Bowman II. I'm on the diversity, equity, inclusion team at Gordon Food Service. It's been a great semester for us, being able to engage not only with like career fairs, but engaging with the student organization and the multicultural business program as well. I've been able to get a chance to connect with Ed as well as Marquise. So thank you guys so much for the information. There was 2 students at the last call. Just want to call a quick win for us. Lindsay and Victoria were actually able to connect with their student org this semester because of coming on this call with you all. So thank you guys so much for those connections.
Good, Dwight. Thank you so much for that feedback. We really appreciate it. It's always wonderful when our peer coaches are able to join our calls, and I know all of you enjoy hearing from them. So yeah, Victoria is fantastic, as well as Lindsay. So appreciate that. And then for all of our corporate partners on the call, any questions?
All good.
All good. Okay, thank you, Shane. Are you all excited about fall 23? I know we need a break. We need summer break, but but then we'll ramp up, right?
Absolutely.
Yes. Oh, thanks, Paloma. All right. Well, everyone, that's a wrap. Thanks for your time and participation. And again, as promised, next Tuesday, we'll get out our recruiting newsletter, which will have all of the fall live registration links. And then our next roundtable will be scheduled for sometime in June. So please enjoy the rest of spring, and we'll meet again in a few weeks.
Take care, everybody. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks all.
Thank you. And Dwight, I saw your message. Yes, I'm happy to stay on.